Now that you've settled into your new home, a new battle begins. If you're planning on purchasing a home or in the process of buying a home, I want to help you out before the inevitable happens. Thanks for checking out the channel. I'm Eric Hudson with Keller Williams Realtor here in Las Vegas and a retired Air Force officer. My team gets calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you looking to make that move to Las Vegas. And hey, we love it. We're working our butts off for you days, nights, and weekends to make your move easier. It doesn't matter. We've got your back, and we put videos out every single week, teach you everything you want to know about living, working, and playing in beautiful Sin City, aka Las Vegas. I do hope that you take a moment to smash that like button and the subscribe button so this video and this content can reach even more people via the YouTube algorithm, and hit that bell so that you'll be the first to know when we put out a new video teaching you everything you want to know about Las Vegas. You know, over time, I've done quite a few videos warning people about scams that are going on. A lot of it comes because people who I've just helped purchase a house, they get a call or they get something in the mail and then they reach out to me. Then I have to go, okay, this is the thing we talked about. So I'm talking about it with you so you are not trapped in some of these things that may happen. Now, I'm starting to become a victim just like you. I just made a real estate transaction and I'm being hit like crazy. And it brought back all the stuff and videos I made maybe a year ago or something, because I'm dealing with it now. And now I realize this is what most of our clients have to deal with as soon as they sign those paperworks. And I figured it was just time for me to dig this up and warn you about what will happen when you make any kind of real estate transaction. Sometimes that can be just buying a home, refinancing your home, taking out a home equity loan or a home equity line of credit. Nevada is an open record state, which means everyone knows your business. They know that you just had this, and it's a prime opportunity for them to make money. Cash rules everything around me. Cream gets the money. So let's start with the prime suspects that we're going to cover today. Mortgage insurance, solar, security companies, and my absolute favorite, the homestead scam. Ooh, it's a scam. So today I'm going to start with mortgage insurance since that's the one I'm getting the most mail about. I'm only going to show you this one because I want to go into my story and it shows how big of babies these people are. And professionals are not babies. They are, by definition, professional. So I'm going to put it up here. I actually have several more. It's just that this is the one I want to show you. It's because of the story you're about to hear. So I was getting so many of these things and it's like, well, you know, I kind of have to do this for you, my audience, to see what's going on. So I called this number that you see here, and it was actually a computer that just answered, and it just asked for the little number. I'm blocking the number out, okay? So 2 days later, I'm actually driving someplace and I get a call. Be honest, I absolutely forgot about them because I'm so used to when you put in your number someplace, 100 people call you. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna just see if 100 people call. Gonna leave it at that. So he reminded me, I was like, oh yeah, that was like a couple of days ago. You know, I expected a call within a couple of days, not waiting. So I decided I didn't have time to play around with old boy. So here's what I did. I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm a real estate agent. I just had a real estate transaction, as you know. And what I do is I try to tell people the truth about, you know, scams that happen in solar. And I wanted to see what was going on with this. This dude gets 200% triggered and he just starts going off at the mouth. And he's like, oh, what you're trying to do is you're trying to warn people against mortgage insurance. You're trying to warn people against solar and all these stuff because you want to try to force them to buy houses from you. I'm like, what? So he's like going off, diarrhea at the mouth. And I'm like trying to say, excuse me, he wouldn't let me talk. And at this point, I'm trying to merge onto the highway. And there's a lot of construction trying to merge. I was like, you know what? I don't have time for your BS. You won't even let me talk. Boop, hit the Bluetooth, turn him off. That's when diarrhea mouth decided to become a little wah baby. So this is what he said. And I'm going to actually let you see it so you can see it. Literally, just cordially, remember, he never let me get a word in, going off diarrhea at the mouth, just full speed, almost at, I'm not gonna say he was screaming, but it's just like, what, you're trying to keep people from blah, 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 blah. You're trying to make them buy houses. He just keeps saying this stuff. And I just hung up. You know, why would you talk to a little baby? Literally just cordially asking you a couple of questions. He didn't ask a couple of questions. He was accusatory, and he was talking a little loud and fast and would not let me answer. How do you answer questions if you can't answer? And you can see it here, all in capitals, the one who gets upset. I didn't get upset. All I said is, can I talk? He wouldn't let me talk. Boop, off. And then seconds later, good luck being a YouTuber. Bye. So, hope he likes this YouTube video. This is, I mean, to be honest, I already had this plan to do because of a bunch of other stuff. You just see all of this stuff, but he really just helped it out a bit. The only people I've ever known to act like this are those Indian scammers. So trust me, my car was never on the Texas border with drugs in it. You are not Officer Mike. Hello, this is Officer Mike from the Internal Revenue Service. First of all, they're not officers. I almost don't want to tell them what they really are because they may refine their scam. Have you noticed, like, when you get to those Indian scammers and you call them out on it, how they get indignant? They never let you speak. They just run off a diarrhea of the mouth and they start cursing you out. And then they try to taunt you. Yeah, I kind of told you it may have been a scam. Only scammers get mad, professionals don't. Because you know, when someone tries too hard to convince you about their product, I worry. When they turn into children and send taunting, lying texts, I don't worry anymore because I know the truth. Good luck at being a YouTuber. Bye. Trust me, you'll run across a lot of these scammers. I remember having, before I got into real estate and kind of knew a little bit more about it, I've had scammers in my house, and you damn near need to get a gun to get them out because they know they got a scam. They got to keep a good scam going, right? So I went to Investopedia. Actually, I just did a Google search. I invite you to do the same Google search and ask, is mortgage life insurance really worth it? Well, the first thing that came up was Investopedia. And they had a section called The Truth About Mortgage Life Insurance. And it goes, in truth, mortgage life protection insurance are generally ill-advised. First of all, there's no flexibility. Unlike term life insurance, where beneficiaries may use insurance payouts as they see fit, most insurers send benefit payments directly to your lender. Ain't nothing wrong with that, just paid it off. They're just saying that. I get that. So your beneficiaries never see any money, but they see a free and clear house. Now, there are some issues that people may have. They're not used to working with money. They may go like, oh, the house is free and clear, and they forget to pay their taxes, and then they lose the house for $5,000 or something. Be very careful on that. Secondly, expect to pay high premiums. If you're a healthy investor who has never smoked tobacco, these policies are usually more expensive than regular life insurance. Remember, why, it's going to be high. Traditional life insurance may be a better option for you, and it probably is, unless you're 90 years old or something. And it also says, there's also a good chance you won't find much transparency. Unlike other types of insurance, it's difficult to obtain quotes for mortgage life insurance online, which is a major concern since prices can vary widely. Yeah, something tells me he would have kept me on the line for hours or however long if I was not in a hurry to get someone, was not trying to merge in the traffic, and he showed his true colors. If I had answered the way he wanted, I wouldn't have known who the devil was. Finally, expect your premiums to fluctuate, unlike term policies, which charge fixed premiums for 30 years with no surprise increases. Premiums on mortgage life insurance may be fixed only for the first 5 years, after which they can spike at any time. It's not a scam, but I can attest to that on one thing. I went and got a storage unit, and so far, in 1 year of owning a storage unit, my rent, however you want to call it, has gone up 30%. I was wondering why none of them would take a payment for a year up front. Yeah, because they knew that it would be too little because it was a teaser rate. It's been raised twice in a year. Next, let's start talking about solar. Now, this one's going to be a little contentious, and I'm going to have to make actually more detailed videos If it wasn't for Captain Y, I probably wouldn't even be making this one, but I was planning. I already have stuff set out. I'm gonna be making some videos on solar because over the last month, I have learned so much that it is actually gonna take up to 4 videos. I have 2 interviews set up. One with a solar salesperson and one with the solar service company. And the solar service company, he was brutally honest about stuff. So I've learned so much stuff lately. Like the first thing, if you're getting a solar lease or PPA or financing that purchase, it will not, I repeat, will not increase the value of your home. Every solar salesperson is going to tell you that it does. And what they're doing is they're actually citing a real study done by Zillow that showed that owning solar free and clear, I need to emphasize this, free and clear, increases the value of your home. But go down to, I hate to say it because I love going down there, Costco. He's going to tell you the first thing, because I doubt they're selling, own solar, because most people don't have that kind of money to plunk down and, cash on the barrel head to buy some solar. It gets even worse. So you're buying the solar, you're going like, I own my solar. You finance, it's kind of like when you say you own your house, but you finance it through a lender. But when you finance your house, one thing that happens with solar, and this is why so many people are in the business and they're pushing it so hard, they add on 30%. I just found this out. I did not know this. It's called a service fee. That's a nice business to be in, instant 30% profit. I'm serious. When I go into my big video on solar, some of you are going to be going like, huh? Now, maybe that's why I'm starting to wonder, is that why the solar baby got triggered? I mean, he didn't mention anything else. He just mentioned solar and mortgage insurance. Something tells me I had an ex-solar salesman there. Oh, and about that solar, and this is going to be the one shocker that blew me away. That tax rebate they're always talking about. Oh, it's not what you think it is. I'm serious. This is going to be some come to Jesus stuff when I have my solar videos. Except for the one with the solar salesman. We're cordial, and I think it's going to be a nice little debate between the two of us, especially when I start laying down this, because, he really believes in solar. Another guy I retired with really believes in solar. He owns a solar company now. Hey, I'm very proud of him. He's actually gone, from being a retired senior NCO to owning his own solar company. But I may have to put one in his ear too, but I ain't gonna do that to him. So here's my position. When someone tries to convince someone just a little too hard that what they're saying is true, yeah, like I said, I worry. When they turn to children, again, my worries are over because I done figured out the truth. Hello, my name is Officer Mike from the Internal Revenue Service. You have a car that you left on the border of Come on, we all have that stupid ass call. But no. Next are the security companies, and you're going to get a mailbox from them. You're probably going to get some calls, and then that smiling person knocking on the door. All with the same story about how dangerous the city is. And they'll pull out some statistic and talk about how your family is going to be harmed just next week if you don't put this alarm. Trust me, I don't consider myself a salesperson. Maybe I'm in sales, but I'm a retired military officer, and my goal is to help folks. And sometimes it may not be that way because I'm giving a line some people don't want. Especially like you tell somebody the price of housing is not going to crash tomorrow and they're preying on it crashing. It just is what it is. So let me pose this question to you. Let me query you. You just bought a house and you bought it from someone. The house didn't already have an alarm on it. Was their family snatched up yesterday? Now let's get down to brass tacks here. We have multiple security companies here. As a matter of fact, ADT has like 6 franchises here. They're going to, if they can get a hold of your number, they're going to call you. They're going to come and knock on your door. They're going to send you mail. And the worst part? They're going to call me, your agent, or whoever your agent is. Do you know why? Because they figure that I may have more, or your agent may have more sway over you. There's big money in this. And it's the way they play the game. As a matter of fact, what they do, they will pay the agent anywhere from $200 to $400 to convince you to buy an alarm through them. I remember one individual, you got to be really careful, especially like when you buy a house and your friends reach out to you and say, hey, my alarm agent call me, like he can give you a discount. I've actually run across this one a couple of times. They're giving your friend a few $100 too. And what they do is they add that to your bill. So you're giving your friend $100, but you got to pay $100 more forever. This is true stuff, man. True stuff. Also, be careful if you're about what your realtor's doing with solar, because a lot of the solar companies here give a kickback too. Man, why would he tell people about kickbacks? Because he's not taking any. And now finally, oh my goodness, my favorite. You know what that is? The homestead scam. A few days after you close, you're going to get more than one. That's why I don't see how the scam works, because how can I get 5 letters from people claiming they're with the city or the county? They make them look really official, like they're with the city or the county, and that you need to send in anywhere from $29 to $89 for your homestead that you must have. Yeah, I've gotten those too. You forget about them, and they're there. And when you get that homestead letter, here's what you need to do. You need to open it. You need to take it like this and do like this. The homestead is filed for free on the county website. If I have to, I'll do another video to show you how to do it. All they're doing is looking to collect $29 to $89 from you. And that's just one of them. I should bring out some of the other scams that I have not personally received, but my clients have sent to me going, am I supposed to do this? This looks official. No, it ain't. It ain't. It's a way for them to make money, because cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. I hope you learned a little bit today. I've been a little facetious. I was a little bit ticked off at the crying baby, and I put in that, and I still was going to talk about mortgage insurance, or else I wasn't going to call. But it just really like moved it up the ladder a little bit, because you get some of these people into your home. You need to believe in the Second Amendment sometimes to get them out. You understand that? They're there to sell, and they will say whatever they have to say. Remember, I've said it a few times, you don't have to buy a house from me. I'm just trying to give you what you need to know. And what you need to know is they're out to not do well. I thought about this for a long time, about putting this out, or because when I say, but the next thing I'm going to talk about. See, for those who've realized, I'm retired from the Air Force. I was a flyer. We went through survival school. We went through what's known as resistance training. So to learn how to act and how to hopefully escape from a POW camp and all this stuff. Well, sometimes people believe stuff, and the interrogator, who is very skilled in what they do, they're working on somebody, and it's like you hear the stuff like from the Korean War, where people were waving in the North Korean flag and talking about how bad America was. Well, they came up with a way that other people can bring them back into state. And it was a code word that we were taught that I'm not going to use here, because I don't know if it's classified or not. Yet the TAP code that we were taught to communicate in a POW situation, for some odd reason, is not classified. Don't make sense to me. I'm screaming out this word to you, that they are out there to mess you over and take your money and run down the street laughing. Okay? That's all I got to say on that. I want to end this with is, you know what? We would really love for you to join us here in Las Vegas, which includes North Las Vegas and Henderson, of course. So keep in mind, we're here to help with your relocation or PCS needs here in Las Vegas. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, or better yet, there's a little calendar link down below. Also have it up in the description, have it everywhere. Get on the calendar, because that way you can book time for yourself. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Las Vegas. Be sure to subscribe below so that you'll be the first to know about the current market conditions here in Las Vegas. We put videos out every week with the intent to help you learn everything you want to know, the good, the bad, the ugly of living in Sin City. So if you would be so kind, shoot us a comment, let us know if there are any other questions that you have, and if there are any videos you'd love for me to make, because I make a lot of videos based on questions that people ask me. Also, hit that like button. It's what helps the YouTube algorithm put our content out to more folks just like you who are looking for content about moving to Las Vegas and making that great move. And it helps us oh so much. All right, that's it for the day. And we're going to keep them lights on for you.